After the events of spying that happened last week, and the conversation with Alessandro Homerun kind of felt it was time to clue his friends into the entire situation. After the last lesson of the day, Homerun took all of his friends to a downtown restaurant in Sanfam City. And as he sat down, ordering drinks and food, Homerun started to tell them about what's happening with the strange curses placed upon people, the spying going on, and Alessandro's plea to Runecarver to help the situation and the rejection he got for it.
Well, so that's like what's going on right now. And, well, it feels kind of strange that the teachers are not really interested in it. But I mean, it's obviously something bad. These people or person, they want to spy on the students for some reason. And I mean, I'm trying to protect my identity here, but I don't know. I don't know what the other kids are like hiding, if they even have anything to hide. It's so strange.
I mean, yeah, if nothing else, it's really creepy.
Isn't it kind of scary that they, like, throw curses at people?
I mean, from what I gathered, it's like the curses is just a method for making it like stick to people. Like making magic stick to people, like paper and glue.
Oh, okay, then I understand.
This all manner of messed up, man.
Yeah. So like, what do you guys think we should do? I mean, I feel like we have to do something. I mean, I really feel like we have to do something. Considering if we don't do it, then nothing might happen, you know?
But like, what can we do? I mean, do we even know what kind of people they're targeting right now?
Well, no, not entirely. We could do some snooping, you know, with the kids that might have been affected by this curse. Go talk around to some of the people that Alessandra has spied out. But like, other than that, I don't know. But it feels like kind of strange. I mean, using snooping to counteract snooping. It only makes double snooping in this world.
I get what you're saying, Homerun. It's kind of like trying to put out the fire by burning down the building the fire is inside of.
Exactly. That's one way to put it.
Mac looks thoughtfully at his companion at the table and says, do any of you do you think we have anything at the school in more like research material or something like that? If we can't, if the human aspect becomes a dry spot?
I mean, shouldn't there be information in the library? I mean, there's a lot of books and stuff there. There should probably be some kind of information.
About curses?
I mean, it's possible. I don't really know what other books there are there. I've only read the fairy tales.
You read books?
Yeah, I love books.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Reading books, yeah, totally. I always do that, constantly.
I know, it's so nice, you know, because like when you start reading fairy tales and books and stuff like that, it's like a whole new world.
Yeah, totally.
Wait, they have books down in Atlantis?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Wouldn't the paper dissolve in the salt water?
I mean, it's not water everywhere. I mean, it's mostly water, but there are some places where it's like not water. It's kind of hard to explain.
So do you import the book? Do you import the books, or do you... Never mind, that's not important information right now.
I mean, we do have like one of the biggest technological cities down under. I mean, you can't have a lot of electricity and a lot of water at the same time. It would be kind of disastrous.
Well, to go back to Home Run's problem, I guess the only person I know who does magic is Alessandro, and I only know of him.
Yeah, but he is like involved in all of this. But like, I don't know.
So should we ask Alessandro for help?
I mean, I guess we could go talk to him as well. We could ask him if he has been to the library. He looks like a nerd that will read books. I mean, a dude who would read books.
As you talk away, you suddenly hear something from outside the restaurant. Help! Help! She's stealing my box! Help! And upon that, all of you take a look outside through the window and see a bit up in the street. A woman is running in full sprint with something in her hands, and a man screams after, wishing for aid.
Ha! You won't catch me!
And as she runs, two of the police officers close by starts shouting out, "Hey, thief! Stop right there!" And both of the police officers starts running after her. One of them pulls out what looks like a taser gun and aims it towards the woman. But as soon as the officer fires it, it seems to blow up in her own hand, and two threads shoot out backwards, hitting both of the police officers, shocking them as they fall to the ground.
You fools cannot catch me!
And she keeps running in full speed. And soon enough, all of you see her just running in full speed past your window down the street.
May looks at Mac. Are we allowed to stop her?
Mac, already springing into action as soon as he heard the yelling, has already bounded out of his chair, leaving a handful of bills onto the table. Obviously not looking if he has left the appropriate amount. It's showtime.
I take that as a yes.
Home Run jolts out of his seat and starts booking it for the door.
Oh shit, sorry! May stumbles to the side when Home Run whooshes past her.
Let's go!
And as you leave the restaurant, you see the thief in question. She seems to be a woman in her 40s or 50s. She's dressed in a cheap but very colorful suit, and most strangely, some kind of classical bandit mask of some kind, covering just the eyes of her. Excluding that, she doesn't seem to be that strange, really. She is of normal height, fair skin, and a reddish color to her hair. She has no distinct features or build. She seems to be just a everyday person that tries to dress up as a supervillain of some kind.
Mac bursting out from the restaurant with his team, seeing this person who might be a villain or might be impersonating one, sees that for the first time he is doing superhero stuff with the team. It's not alone or in a school setting, but out in public. His face turns slightly redder as he takes a deep breath and bellows out, "Stop right there, villain, or you will face and taste the great powers of justice. And justice is sour, just like cough medicine that will cure the society of the cold that you are." Mac, when he glances towards his teammates, his face turns an even darker red.
Melora gives him 2 quick thumbs up.
As your speech ends, you see the woman skidding to a halt, scraping a bit on the pathway beneath her.
What? Superheroes? Here? I can't believe this is my luck. Oh, wait.
And she takes a deeper look on each one.
Have a scared there for a second. You just... You can't catch me.
And she just runs straight past the road, not looking any direction, just keeps running.
Guys, she ran a red light. She's serious.
Homerun looks over to May and says with glee, come on, May, don't be so salty. And he shows her the pocketed salt shaker that he took on his way out of the restaurant. He takes a few quick steps forward, sliding on one of his knees, and tosses it forward, giving it spin and aiming for the underside of the thief's foot, so she will fall to the ground.
You make your internal calculations and throw with a dedicated arm, and the salt lands right by her feet and she starts to stumble and fall to the side of the road. But what you didn't expect was when she fell upon the salt, she accidentally kicked it and it flew up, and as you follow it with your eyes, you see that it goes straight past you, hits the lamppost right behind you, bounces, and somehow, as you turn around to see it, you step upon the same piece of salt and fall over headfirst into the sidewalk.
Stepping on the salt shaker, Homerun catches the momentum and spins with it, doing a complete backflip and landing on both his hands and his feet, not falling directly on his face, and getting a bit of footing, and looks over to the perpetrator. What the hell?
As you say that, you see further down the street, a truck loaded with several barrels is speeding forth without any concern of anything. And as you look inside the window, you see the person driving is face first upon the steering wheel of the truck itself, seeming not be conscious in any kind of way. And you see it slowly but steadily shifting towards the side, towards the two bystanders right by the road. It's going to hit them if nothing is done.
Max, seeing the runaway vehicle barreling towards the civilian, is quick to act upon it. With great weight, but still great speed, he advances. First, it looks like he's about to try to intercept it by getting in between them. But anybody who looks could see that he's too late for that. Instead, he seems to be barreling towards the truck itself, skating upon the ground, keeping himself low. He collides with the side of the truck, but instead of just tackling it head on, maybe moving it to the side, but still barreling down the street, he uses his lower position to do what almost looks like a sumo flip on the truck, making it flip to the side and skitter forward, no longer barreling on its wheel and therefore losing a lot of its speed. But that great movement and the great forces that is involved in that kind of maneuver makes the ropes keeping the barrels tethered snap when they come barreling down upon Homerun and the civilian who stands with him.
Melora sees the barrels coming towards both Homerun and the other pedestrian. She quickly turns into her mist form and hurries over before grabbing both of them in her normal form and shoving them out of the way.
In the very last moment, you manage to shove both the bystander and Homerun out of the way as the barrels crash right into the windows of the cafeteria nearby, rolling inside, destroying both the floor, walls, and some of the furnitures. People are screaming inside, and people overall are just reacting very, very panicky over the situation. Both of the people, Mac managed to defend by jumping in the way of the truck, start running away. One of the bystanders on the other side of the road, on the other hand, is pulling out his cell phone and starts filming the entire thing.
When the barrels roll past May, she can't help but note the huge warning sign for radioactive waste. She turns and looks into the cafe, and luckily, the barrels don't seem to be damaged. Still, it doesn't seem like a great idea to leave civilians nearby such dangerous items. So she steps inside the cafe and shouts, "Everyone get out!" And she starts rolling one of the barrels forward carefully to clear a way to the entrance.
As you push the barrel out of the way, you see people in a almost panicked but still controlled fashion start making their way out. Some, however, are not as controlled, and you see one person picking up a piece of furniture and breaks the window in front of them to ensure that they stay a bit away from those radioactive barrels, and his friend seems to follow him quickly.
As Melora notices the woman still lying on the ground, she quickly serpents over in her water form. As she closes up on the woman, she quickly turns into her ice form, making a sort of ice barrier around the woman, making it impossible for her to move.
As you cover this woman fully in ice, you restrain her from any kind of movement.
Home run, trying to seize the opportunity that Melora has created. He gets on his feet and starts moving forward, trying to apprehend the thief and knocking her out in some way.
As you close the distance towards her, you see she has a almost defeated look upon her face, saying,
Oh man, first cops and then superhero kids catch me. But they say lightning never strikes twice.
and as she says that, you suddenly feel the hairs upon your neck rising. The atmosphere around you is getting ionized, and you only have a few moments to react.
As Home Run feels the disturbance in the air, he stops for a brief moment, and then instinctively just jumps back as far as he can, not knowing why, but knowing he has to.
And all of a sudden flash of light appears right before your eyes as lightning strikes right in front of you. A scorch mark upon the ground. She seems as shocked as you regarding this.
Home Run just looks with a shocked face at what has just transpired, looking at the thief and questioning if she even knew that she could do that.
While all this chaos has been happening, on the other side of the road, Mac has jumped up on the truck, pulling the driver's side door open and taking out the pedestrian who looks passed out but otherwise unhurt. And Mac picks up the person and runs with him towards the nearest civilian. Don't worry, civilian. Justice not only stings, but it also heals. But we need you to do your part now. Call the emergency service in order to get some help for this poor man. Thank you for your service. Mac turns back to the battle and storms off.
As you leave the driver behind, the kid that was filming starts typing away at his phone, and you hear him calling someone in the background. Probably reinforcements or ambulance or police or anything that might help.
After making sure that the cafe has been emptied of people, May walks out to join her friends, seeing that the villain that they're battling seems to be captured and immobilized. Is everyone okay?
As you say that, you hear screaming from one of the apartments above you. You don't care about me anymore! All you care about is this damn piano! Fuck your piano! No, don't! It might hit someone! I don't care! And all of a sudden you see a full-sized piano dropping from one of the apartments directly towards Melora and the culprit.
Seeing the piano falling from the sky, May shouts and starts pushing at the icy pile that is her friend and the villain.
Look out! It's gonna smash you!
Melora hears her teammates plea, and she quickly turns into her mist form before dissipating away.
In the nick of time, you manage to shove the criminal out of the way from the piano hitting, evading most of the blow yourself, but you're somewhat dazed afterwards. So much so that you don't really have time to act as the lady starts rising up and takes off again, laughing with a hearty laugh.
Fuck you! I'm out of here!
And she starts running away once again.
As the villain takes off, Home Run acts. He dashes from the post that he grabbed onto and turns the corner, building up speed along the way. And when he is close enough, he goes in for a glide, trying to sweep her legs with his foot, making sure to cover himself so that he can be active if anything of her weird magic or whatever it is would happen again.
You hit her squarely in the ankle, tripping her, and she falls body first upon the wall right beside her, sliding down to the ground in a way that you would say is surprisingly not hurting her. It seems like this part of the wall was covered with some kind of moss or the like, dampening the blow quite significantly. But alas, she is still tripped and lies upon the ground once again. She lies upon the ground before your home run, making sounds of minor pain. And as you rise up from your slide, you suddenly feel something hitting you. Breadcrumbs, several of them. And you look above you and it seems like an old lady is shaking a blanket over you, covered in the stuff. And then you hear it, the cooing, the flapping of wings in the air. Dozens, maybe more. And suddenly, from the sky, a swarm of pigeons fly down and start pecking at the crumbs all over your body, making it impossible for you to see the surroundings and have any control over the situation.
Oh no! Pigeons! The rats of the sky!
As you're assaulted by the sky vermins, the thief starts crawling, trying to make her way away from you in almost a snail pace. But you do not notice, because your face is covered with pigeon feathers.
Mac, advancing forward while he sees Home Run diving towards this woman. Halfway there, he sees the descending armada of the pigeons. He sees Home Run flailing his arms around while the birds peck at him and flutters in his face. And he starts to doing almost an howling laugh at Home Run. He laughs so hard that he can't keep his eyes open and runs straight into the wall right beside Home Run.
As the boy are preoccupied by the feathery menace, the thief rises up from the ground and starts running, pushing one of the bystanders into the wall beside her.
May pursues, running after the thief. Excuse me! She squeezes past the civilian, and once she reaches the villain, makes all the light in the area go towards her, creating a pitch-black darkness.
Melora sees May rush ahead, and she quickly follows suit, surfacing amongst the pavement, turning into her ice form in a hope to actually make the villain slip.
With darkness suddenly appearing, the thief don't stop running. She has too much speed built up already, and do not notice the puddle of water suddenly appearing before her. And she slides right into one of the light posts, head first, with a resounding thong, and she falls to the ground, unconscious. And as you start breathing out a sigh of relief, you do not at first notice the oncoming car, nor does it notice the great darkness until it's too late. And the sudden appear of both darkness and very slippy water upon the ground causes the driver to spin out of control, driving very, very strangely before trying to do a hard brake before sliding right into one of the other light posts, crashing into it and releasing the airbag pillow, bending the entire light post in a sudden boom.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm so sorry!
And out from the car, you see your homeroom teacher stepping out. Mac? May? Homerod?
May quickly releases the light. Sir, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't see you coming.
He looks back upon the devastation this entire situation has wrought. Then he looks back to all of you. We should contact the police, then all of you probably need to come back with me to the school. After the events in downtown Sanford City, the gang finds themselves in the principal's office once again. So, you're saying that a villain took someone's box and you ran off, and then half the downtown area became a war zone?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's the world we live in. I do find it kinda curious that it's only been a week since last time you were here for activities outside of school. Is this going to be a reoccurring thing every Monday?
Sir,
Yes, Mac?
if we aren't able to use what we are supposed to learn in this school, then what's the point?
I think I gave you the wrong impression. I'm not really angry. I'm just finding some humor in the situation. You were dealt a pretty bad hand with that villain. Lucky Clover is a big annoyance. And he slumps a bit back into his chair. You see, that woman, not only does she have supernatural luck, but she siphons it from people around her. You did a good thing. You found a supervillain, you're trying to catch her. What resulted from that was inevitable in some kind of way. I have no plan to punish you or anything like that. You did what you thought was right, and you did what you were taught. Sometimes things go overhand, and it's nothing you can do about it.
Why, thank you, sir.
No need to thank me. I think you would want to know this, but that woman, her luck is something else. I believe she will be out with some light fines by the end of the day. She's not a menace per se, she's just a troublemaker from time to time, so that she's back is not the end of the world, and we know no true way to really hold her down for an extended period of time. That luck of hers is in some ways not really beatable. But still, you did a good job, and whatever happened in the downtown will be paid for by insurance companies and the like. It's not that unusual of a thing. So don't worry, nothing of this will tarnish your stay here at this school or anything like that. You did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I just need to do some paperwork. Sending some files to the local police department regarding the incident, explain anything. You should be able to go back to your dorms or whatever you have planned for the day now. Just remember to close the door after you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. And all of you go towards the door and start leaving Principal Stone's office, getting out into the hallway just outside.
I mean, that didn't go really badly, right?
Yeah, that went really well, actually.
I guess.
Yeah, one would think it would be more mad at us.
But I mean, like, honestly speaking, I mean, we didn't know that a truck was gonna come barreling through the city.
And I didn't know that our homeroom teacher would be driving down that road.
Yeah, it was really bad luck.
I mean, it would be bad if whoever was in that car, of course. But
Oh, no, of course, of course.
but it was a bit awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess this is a lesson to be prepared for anything.
Yeah, you always learn something new.
Like, pianos really hurt.
Yeah, and they make a lot of sound.
Yeah, and it's also not nice when they fall on you.
No, it
Yeah.
probably hurts quite a bit.
Yeah. And pigeons.
Are you okay though, Home Run? They were picking at you quite ferociously.
The humanity! Oh no! Not the pigeon! Not in the eyes! No! Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
May kind of brushes off some feathers from Home Run's outfit.
But what do we do now?
Well, there is still that stalker on the loose, or like the whoever cursed Home Run.
Oh yeah.
Like, should we maybe start investigating? Where do we even begin? Like, do we just? Oh, hey, Wiz!
Hi. I was actually looking for all of you. And as he takes a few steps closer, you see that his brows furrow a bit, as he looks kinda suspiciously at both May and Mac for a second, before returning to the same stoic face as he always has. I've been talking a bit to Home Run about things regarding a incident here at school, and I just wanted to say, has he talked to you about it?
We know everything.
You see his face going to a smile to going to a frown before returning to stoicism again. Okay, then everyone is in on it now. I'm guessing you're up to date regarding the information of the stalker.
Yeah, how do you even? I mean, it's not a cyber stalker. It's a arcane stalker.
He looks lost in thought for a few seconds. Yeah, I guess that would be an accurate description. Oh, sorry, I haven't really introduced myself to all of you yet. Hi, my name is Alessandro, but you can call me Wiz.
It's nice to meet you.
May extends a hand.
I'm me. Me good.
He grabs your hand and shakes it firmly but not harsh. And he gives kind of a side-eye glance towards Melora for a bit before looking over all of you again. Mainly shifting his gaze between Mac and May periodically.
Mac gives him a stare down.
He returns the favor in full.
So, do you have any ideas for who it could be?
Your speech seems to draw him out from the staring contest with Mac. And he shakes himself awake in some kind of way. I have some ideas, but I think we should talk more about them. First of all, can you stay still for a bit, May?
What?
And he pulls out a pack of cigarettes from his coat, lights one up quickly before blowing the smoke towards you. And before your eyes, a symbol appears. Home Run, you recognize it. It's the same symbol that appeared before you not long ago, when he dispelled it from you. With a swift cut, he destroys the symbol right in front of you and it dissipates. And you feel a release upon your shoulders that you never really knew was there. And in quick succession, he moves behind you, right by Mac, before blowing more smoke in his face and doing the same with a symbol appearing before him.
At least ask before. You don't know if someone has asthma or something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It might sound strange, but I kinda need to surprise the curse, so I cannot really say everything in front of you before I do that, but yeah, I think I need to think about that in the future.
What the heck was that?
That was the curse I was talking about. The one that was affecting Home Run.
What?
Yeah, both you and Mac carried it.
Well, what about me? Is it on me as well?
He takes a look over you and narrows his eyes quite a bit. No, it is not upon you, and I doubt it would get any good sticking there overall. I don't think it would be able to latch on to you.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, right?
It might be.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I don't know all of the specifics. I know quite a bit about this magic stuff, but I'm not a good detective. I cannot tell you much more than the little things I know. And what I know is that you and a bunch of students have been cursed with this observation rune. But other than that, I cannot tell for certain what's happening. And he looks over to Homerun. Homerun, is the button still intact?
Yeah, got it right here.
Okay then. Mac, can you pull out a piece of your hair? Just a strand, nothing more.
Are you gonna burn it?
What? No, I'm going to tie it into the button that Homerun has, so the talisman works on you as well.
Oh, okay, sure. And May starts fidgeting with her hair to pull out a strand.
And this is not some kind of voodoo stuff?
I don't know any voodoo magic, so I would say no.
May pauses, eyes Alessandro suspiciously, and then hands over a strand of her hair.
Thank you. Mac, can I have a piece of your hair?
Mac takes a hold of a strand on his head and pulls it out without it flinching.
Thank you. Homerun, I just need a button for a few seconds.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Thank you. And in quick succession, he takes the pieces of hair you have given him and start threading them through the holes in the button before giving it back to Homerun. There, that should suffice quite well.
Okay, wait. Why would someone be stalking me and Mac, though? It's not like we're hiding our faces or anything.
I do not really know. It's... I can't say. This is almost as confusing to me as you. I was actually hoping you could help me discover more.
You said you don't think the curse would stick to Mel?
Yeah, because her magical powers.
What are you talking about? I don't have any magical powers.
He eyes you over again, and once again frowns quite a bit. You're sure?
I'm pretty sure I would have known if I have magical powers. I'm just like any other Atlantecan out there.
Isn't Atlantis a magical kingdom? That's what the story says.
I mean, it's somewhere in between. It's not really magical per se. I mean, it kind of depends, I guess, but not really. I mean, we mostly just survive on technologically, like, advancements and stuff like that, so I don't think I really would say it's magical.
Strange. Okay then. Okay, I have no reason not to trust you about that. Might be something... I might be just seeing wrong. I'm sorry I disturbed you.
Maybe
Oh no, it's okay. I don't mind.
maybe the curse isn't waterproof.
That would be unlikely.
Or maybe it's more biological in nature. The other three of us are humans, but I don't know
Yeah!
I don't know if people from Atlantis count as human.
I do not know for certain. All I've heard about Atlantis is from storybooks and Disney.
Wait, Disney wrote about us?
Oh my god! Melora, you haven't seen Atlantis?
Aren't you talking about the Jose Anderson?
No, I'm talking about the Disney movie.
What? I don't understand. Wait, they made a movie about us?
Oh my god, Melora, we are having a movie night tonight.
Oh yay! Oh, that sounds great!
Mac looks just as confused about the movie discussion as Melora.
Okay then.
Wait, you haven't seen it either, Mac?
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
Atlantis. They have like a giant steampunk U-boat and they go into the ocean.
What?
Yeah, and there's like a mechanic girl and there's like a really hot like hench woman to the bad guy and like
And there's a French dude that likes blowing stuff up.
yeah, and there's like a mole man.
A mole man?
Aren't all Disney movies just like singing fairy tales and stuff like that?
I
Not
don't know, is there something wrong with that?
not only, like not exclusively.
I think we might have gotten off topic for a bit. Sorry for interrupting, but this entire thing that's happening right now, I think we need to prioritize that for the moment. I don't think we have I have time to go to a Disney night now.
Are you sure? It will probably be really, really fun.
Yeah, I think so. I really like that movie, but I don't. This entire thing, it's so strange and it's eating away at me slowly. Okay.
Okay, what was it? It was someone at school.
Yes, it's someone at school. I'm very certain nothing really can penetrate the barrier that Rune Carver and Mary has put around it. Penetrating that would demand someone really powerful, like a god or something.
Or Rune Carver.
He gets kind of a serious face for a few seconds before shaking his head. No, it can't be her. She works here at the school. She is the one that is supposed to make sure that everything is okay here. Her spying on the kids would make no sense.
Yeah, and if she wanted to, like, spy on Au.Ra, there would be easier ways to do that.
Yeah.
And we're pretty sure it's not you, because why would you reveal it?
Oh yeah, Homerun asked that question first time I brought this up as well. He said something along the same lines, I think.
Okay, so who else does magic?
Quite a bit of the students. I think I have a list of them, but I do not know for certain yet. I do, however, know someone in the hero course that knows a bit more about magical theory than that I do not believe it can be one of the suspects that might shine more light upon the situation.
Who's that?
I think you met him already.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?